This is my friend Christian, and ever since I met him, Christian has had an eye for secrets and Easter eggs in Overlook Bay, Overlook RP, and now Overlook Bay 2. So, in this video today, I will be sharing all the secrets that Christian told me in Overlook Bay 2. So, as you guys know, you can walk around the map and find so many secrets in Overlook Bay 2 just by walking around. Like right now, this computer was in one of the other Wonderwork Studio games, Trader. I think it was called Trader. But anyways, there's so many things in Overlook Bay 2 that come from other games or that are different than what they used to be. So let's go ahead and start talking about them. Let's go over the most recent one, which is in the park. So, as you guys know, the Halloween update was in the month of October, and as you guys know, there was a pretty cool looking, I guess, treehouse you can call it, that was right here in the middle of the lake. Here it is now. But there is more to this story than just here it is now. So basically, this treehouse was here. I'll show some pictures if I can find some, but I probably won't because I didn't take any pictures of it because I didn't think anything of it. But there was a treehouse here, which had pet pods, and you can buy other things like the pails. That place, once the Halloween update was over, it splattered all across the ground right here, and there was just wooden remnants of it right here, like all these wooden beams and wooden ladders and all kinds of wooden things just right here. And it was still kind of up to house the pet pods, because the Halloween pet pod stayed an extra 2 weeks. But as time went on, it got more and more knocked down and less showed. And then as soon as those pet pods left the game, then it started building itself back up over here. So this is the same treehouse building, and it is pretty much almost done again. I'm not sure why or how this got here, but it is pretty much back up to its full glory right now. And yeah, this is what it looks like right now, the treehouse. It is very, very strange. So that's one thing that's on this list. So, as you guys know, Wonderwork Studio has been posting on their Twitter for a very, very long time showing leaks and tea for Overlook Bay 2, probably for close to a year. And we're here in the car vehicle shop because you can see one thing right here. So, this thing is the Crusher from Overlook Bay, but that's not it. This is a blank area right now. There's nothing here, no cars, no anything. But in the trailer and in like a whole lot of tea for Overlook Bay 2, there are gas pumps, there are cars, and this is like a gas station. But there is more proof than just this picture. If we go inside, look at it right now, this is what it looks like. If we go inside the car dealership and we go to the right, look out the window. You can see right here out the garage. You can see it for yourself. I'm not even kidding. There are clearly gas pumps right there. That car crusher is actually labeled and it says car crusher. There are 2 dumpsters right there. There are like parking spots so you can pump up your car. There is an assembly elevator. There is spare tires and employees of the month, employees of the day for a job. This is just the inside of the car dealership right now. This is where I am getting this, and you can clearly see this. You can also see from this angle too, there is a gas pump there. 2 gas pumps, there's a car crusher, there is the assembly elevator, there's also spawn points outside of the door. Let me get closer to the door. Where is it? Oh, right there. Those 2 green spawn plots. This area, I'm going to show you guys where it is in just a second. This is an actual building inside of Overlook Bay 2 right now, and you can see all these gas pumps because once you go out the magical door again, you will see that the gas pumps are not there. It is magic. Look, we're going to go outside right now. We're back to Overlook Bay 2, and it's gone. That is so, so weird. So maybe that's just a future update. But I know for a while, I'm not quite sure if it's still possible to see. If we go onto the roof of the school, we can see off in the distance. Let's see, I may have to change my settings, but let me get up there and I'll show you. So apparently in the last update, they patched this, but if we went onto the school roof previously and turned your settings onto maximum graphics quality, you were able to see an island off in the distance with one tiny little building on it. And that tiny little building was the car dealership. And we can tell because of the gas pumps. I'm so sad that I didn't make this video sooner because we can't see it right now. But if I have a picture, I'll show it on screen. I highly doubt I can find one. But that's like the coolest Easter egg right there. Even without the proof right there, just going into the actual car dealership and showing you guys the gas pumps and the other things is just super incredible. Like, that is awesome. So that one was pretty cool. Another one that's pretty cool that also has to do with Halloween, just like the first one. Do you guys remember that Wicked Witch storyline quest where we had to help, what's his name? The Dr. McFly guy. We helped him defeat the Wicked Witch, and in exchange, we got the Witch Hunter badge. Well, let me show you where the witch is in case you haven't seen it yourself. The witch, yes, she's still alive. Kinda. And I'm going to show you what I mean by kind of still alive. Let's go all the way down to the mines, and you'll see where she is. Now, the Overlook Bay Halloween update was kind of left on a cliffhanger because Dog McFly didn't tell us what would happen to her. All we knew is that she was gone and that he was going to take care of it himself. If we go to the main town by this little well, here she is right there, the Wicked Witch. She is trapped in this crystal in the mines. We can even talk to her as well. Blah, 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 blah. She says a whole lot of things. You will regret it, and she will break free of this prison. That's pretty much what she says in summary. So, will she return next year? I don't know, but this lore is great. We never know when the Wicked Witch will come back. We do know that she might come back, though, and we do know where she is right now. So this is pretty cool. I think that's great. It's just so funny seeing a Wicked Witch in a crystal. Like, don't you think that's funny? Yeah, that's pretty awesome. And next up, we were at the organic farm area, and I did tell you guys earlier that I wouldn't share every single little thing like little computers or little trash cans or mailboxes or simple little things like that from previous games, but this one is a whole bridge. This bridge right here made its debut in the game Timmy. Timmy was a collab between Wonderworks Studio and Creekcraft, who is another YouTuber with many millions of subscribers, and they made a game together and called it Timmy. The game was fun. I guess it was a horror game, I guess. It didn't last very long before it didn't get many updates, but the one thing that made it over from Timmy into Overlook Bay 2 was the bridge. So it's kind of a good memory here from the wonderful legacy of Timmy, and this bridge is great. It's goes really well with this area. It's nice next to the waterfall, and it's a good bridge. So it's pretty cool that they added a bridge from another game. That's awesome, especially that it's their game and Creekcraft's game. It's just super special. I remember playing that game, having so much fun with my friends, and being super scared. But anyways, this is the Timmy Bridge. It is right next to the organic farms, and that is another secret in Overlook Bay 2. And next up, we are here in the fish shop, Barnacle Baits, and I want to show you guys the fish. Now, out of everything in Overlook Bay 2, so many things are way more upgraded, way more detailed, and way more just awesome in every single aspect. But one thing that hasn't really changed since Overlook Bay are the actual fish that you catch. Yes, I think there are some new ones, but many of these are returning from Overlook Bay. But the main difference for most of them is their pupils. Their pupil size is smaller, and they are centered for the most part. This one right here, the marlin, I think it's called, its pupils, which are the little black part in the eye, are bigger and they are centered, which in the previous Overlook Bay games, they were not. And this has to do with almost every single fish in the game. They're all centered and they all have a little bit larger pupils as well. So I thought that was kind of cool. And next up right here we have the post office. The post office was a building in Overlook Bay, the original Overlook Bay. It was attached to the pizza place. So it was kind of like two buildings in one, I guess. But a building that made its debut in Overlook RP was the auction house. Now, we never did get to see the auction house in operation. It was always under construction. But what we did see was the base layout of the construction place. Of the auction house. So the auction house is Now this. The post office has the exact same model, layout, and shape as the auction house. It's the same shape on the outside. The only difference that I can see is the envelope, some color differences, and obviously it's neater and nicer. But yeah, that's another cool one too. It's the exact same model, like building model, as the auction house from Overlook RP. Next up, we have the UFO. Now, as you guys know, in Overlook Bay 2, there are 0 pets that are the exact same from Overlook Bay or Overlook RP. Overlook Bay and Overlook RP shared some pets and a lot of vehicles, but this game does not. This game is a fresh new start. All the pets are unique to Overlook Bay 2, and none of them are the exact same as previous games. The same goes for food, vehicles, and everything in the game. Well, I guess besides fish. But anyways, here in the Club Nebula, which is a building transfer from Overlook Bay, Arcadia Isle in Overlook Bay, and from Overlook RP, because it returned in Overlook RP, we have the UFO. The UFO inside of this building. In case you guys didn't know, the UFO was one of the rarest, if not the rarest vehicle in Overlook Bay, because the UFO was in the original Overlook Bay Halloween update many years ago, and I think this was a Robux vehicle. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a Robux vehicle, and you can ride it around, and it's literally a UFO. It looks so amazing, and it looked even cooler when you drove it around. But yeah, this is the only vehicle slash pet that is in the game right now for you to see. There are no other pets or vehicles in the game besides this one that transferred over from other games. Although we can't ride it or obtain it, it is still cool to see it displayed in the background as kind of a trophy from Overlook Bay. And now we're going to combine the last few secrets of Overlook Bay 2 for just kind of leaks and cool things that I can show you guys. So, like I said earlier, Overlook Bay Wonderworks Studio would leak many different leaks and tea of the game before it came out a long time ago, for like about a year. And they had some cool things that I want to show you guys. Now, the map of Overlook Bay 2 has continued to be worked on over the years, and I want to show you guys some cool differences from what it looked like just a few years ago. The original concept showed that everything, all the streets in Overlook Bay 2 would be brown, and they would not have any lines on it. It would be kind of like a farmer's market road, or just your typical dirt road with no pavement, no lines, nothing. It was just dirt. I think that was pretty cool as well. The other thing in this picture that you guys can see is the Pet Plaza. Now, the original Overlook Bay 2 was supposed to have the regular pet shop, which was transferred from Overlook Bay and Overlook RP, but the Pet Plaza is way better. We can all agree. Another key difference is that there were a whole lot more trees in this middle area as well, and I think the biggest two differences have to do with up here, which is now the organic farms and the Overlook University. In this picture, the Overlook University wasn't the Overlook University, and indeed was the museum. The museum from Overlook Bay kind of made it in Overlook Bay 2 for a while. Technically, it did, not while players were able to play it. But in the picture, you can see that the original Overlook Bay 2 image showed that on top of the hill was not the Overlook University, but instead the museum. I think that's cool. It's a cool little Easter egg, and that is just cool. Now also, in the same picture, you can see over here that where the organic farms is now, it had the mining area from Overlook RP. Overlook RP was kind of strange, because it had like a campsite looking area with like an old abandoned mine shaft theme to it, I guess that's what we can call it, that led us down to the mines in Overlook RP. But now, instead of that, we have the organic farms. I guess so they can make the mines in a future update. I think that's pretty cool. It just shows how far along this game has come and how great this game is now. All the detail that's been put into it is truly amazing. So many things have changed, And this is only the beginning. Overlook Bay 2 is just a few months into its gameplay, and I'm so excited for the future of the game. But if you guys enjoyed this video, comment in the comment section below how many of these things did you already know. I'll be so curious, and I'll be reading through all of the comments to see how many of these special things that you did not know. But thank you guys so much for watching. This has been the Feral Darrell that plays. Goodbye.